With technology, a lot of possibilities open up for a DJ. Adding and subtracting elements, it becomes very like a performance. It edges closer to being a producer than an actual DJ. Music has been a companion throughout my life.
I wake up with it. Everything I do basically is for or because of the music.
I want the audience to completely hear what I hear when I hear these tracks. When I sit in the studio here and listen to music that sounds incredible, I want them to have the exact same experience.
Sound quality is important to me as a DJ because if you give the sound systems a really nice clean signal and then the sound systems will give you back the very best quality of sound that they have.
You are sort of challenging the old analog sounds.
It's got a very, very good sound, and in the end that is the most important thing in a club.
The preamp firstly is, really transparent, really controlled.
I was actually quite surprised how warm the sound was.
The higher sample rates and the higher bit rate are, I think, much better. It's just better quality, better detail.
I think because we're producers, we're always looking for good sound quality, and it means so much to us because we put so much work into tracks in the studios, and you go to a club, you want to have the best quality possible.
I think we're starting to go from just DJing, playing, digital tracks and records to becoming a live hybrid sort of situation.
I first saw the V10, I thought, wow, 6 channels. That was the one thing that hit me right away. I was maxing out the 4 channels on my 900. It really quickly became a center point for the entire live set.
Playing with 4 CDJs and a sampler was a little bit problematic because there simply weren't enough channels.
Having 6 channels gives me the options and the space to be able to introduce things.
I always have 2 tracks playing, so then I want to be able to mix in a third, but then I have an effects deck where I have loads of different effects loops. And then I have my a cappella CDJ, which is just full of vocals that I'll put over the top. There have been situations where I've got 4 decks running and I want another one.
I can have my DJS sampler going through the 5th channel, maybe with a vocal loop, and then I can affect that vocal on the 6th channel with a delay over the top of the whole mix.
I mix quite aggressively sometimes, and I just like things to happen quickly in out and to have my effect on a separate fader and just be able to smash it in or take it out really fast.
What we can do is route the send into one of the channels, and then that gives you a lot of room to EQ and then to add beat effects to that. So it's almost like a new sound source completely.
Playing back to back on this mixer, I think is an absolute joy because there's so much controllability.
Just being able to select a few tracks that are in keeping with it and not having to wait for the other person to hand you the headphones, it was really important to me.
We do 2 tracks each, and we'll share the 1 set of headphones.
There's so many times you're playing back to back that you're waiting to be past the headphones. You're unable to listen to the track that you want to play because someone else is doing this on the mix or doing that.
To be able to exclusively listen to different channels, that's fantastic.
When you play back to back, it doesn't feel like you give up the control of the mixer. You have the artist who's mixing and you are also still in control of the mixer.
I think this mixer is a game changer. It's a mixer for DJs who want to be creative, and I'm sure that different DJs have different ideas on what comes out of their mixer, but I think that's exciting.
DJing is the art of storytelling. You want to take your audience on a journey, and if that works, it's the best feeling in the world.